Hey, good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you'll
Recording in
please take your
progress.
seats. Right, welcome again. Today's date is Thursday, March 26, 2026. The time is 6:01 p.m. This is a regular board meeting of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees being held at the Lancaster ISD Administration Board Auditorium at 422 South Center Avenue, Lancaster, Texas, 75146. This meeting has been posted in accordance to the Texas Open Meetings Act. I will now call a roll to establish a quorum. Ms. Cortez?
Present.
Ms. Nichols?
Present.
Ms. Morris?
Present.
Mr. Cluis? Myself present. Currently absent is Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith, and Dr. Francois is joining us online tonight. Okay, at this time, we'll move on to the first item is recess to closed session. As authorized by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, Texas Government Code 551.071, Legal Advice with School Attorney, 551.072, Deliberation Regarding Real Property, 551.074, Personnel Matters, and 551.076, Deliberation Regarding Security Devices or Security Audits. 3.1, Discussion of Personnel Updates. 3.2, Discussion of Employment and Administrative and Instructional Personnel. 3.3, Discussion of Sheriff's Sale of Real Property. 3.4, Consult with District Attorneys on any subjects or matters authorized by law, including any matters listed on this meeting agenda, notice, pending or contemplated litigation, and proposed settlements, Texas Government Code 551.071. 3.5, Discussion concerning the roles, responsibilities, and ethical provisions governing public officer conduct, 551.074. 3.6, Consider the report from counsel for all pending legal matters. Time is 6:03 p.m. The board will convene into closed session.
Recording stopped. attention. Saving money feels right. Just like when things are packed tidy and tight. Get auto insurance that fits your budget and your needs.
New Nissan. You gotta put it through its paces.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Bergen 85 lives here?
Yep, that's my mom.
The absolute legend who went from gaming on her phone to ruthless online streaming slayer with no mercy for any living thing is your mom?
Hey guys. Apples with peanut butter? How is this possible?
AT&T Wireless and Home Internet.
Hey, text me if you need anything.
Level up your connection with AT&T Wireless and Home Internet, now available across the nation.
No, she's so nice in real life.
You know that big presentation you have to finish? Well, it's not gonna write itself. Especially since you're...
Oh, nobody gave it to me. I passed it on. I didn't write on it.
Ask Ms. Cortez, do you have the list?
I have it. I have it. I have it. I got it. Yes, ma'am.
Y'all ready? Y'all good? Okay, good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome those that have come in while we were in closed session. The board is going to return to open session.
Recording in progress.
At 7:17 p.m. Board, there are some items that we need to take action on from closed session. First one is a personnel matter. Is there a motion? Okay, board, I'll make the motion. I make the motion that we accept the recommendation for termination of employment of Ramon Allen effective today. Is there a second?
Madam President, I second.
Have a motion by myself, a second by Ms. Nichols. Board, if you'll please vote from your devices.
Madam President, just for clarification, I believe you, I know that you, as Board President, made the motion to accept the termination of Armand Allen effective today, Thursday, March 26, 2026, and I believe Vice President Nichols seconded, is that correct?
Correct. Okay, thank you.
Madam President and Ms. Allen, I'm gonna have to give you a verbal vote.
I'm gonna have to do the same thing, Ms. Allen, because I'm not reset yet.
Ms. Allen, I'm getting the sheriff's sale coming up as my item. Getting 4.2 is coming up on mine.
Trustee Jones, what I did was I went ahead and created a, what I did was I created another link that's associated with the motion made by Madam President along with Vice President Nichols. So give me 1 second, I will rescind. Oh, did we vote wrong?
Okay. Ms. Allen, would it be more convenient for us to do a voice vote on this one?
But give me, if you don't mind, give me just 1 second, I'm getting ready to send.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam President. If you will, please check your devices at this time.
I had the same sheriff's sale when it came back.
Look, right below it, it does say the motion that was made, though.
Oh, it does. So at the top, it's showing the sheriff's sale, and then the actual motion is like the last sentence on
Right.
what we're seeing.
Absolutely. What I did was I made a modification in regards to ensure that you're able to see the vote. I'm sorry, that the motion that you made, Madam President, so that you'll be ready to say go in regards to this particular item.
Okay, so you will be able to, for records, you will be able to clean this up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm
So
just
if
trying to
you'll-
make sure that, based on, what your request is, I'm just trying to make sure for the record, you have exactly what you need, so that on behalf of the consensus of the board, you're ready to say go ahead and vote for this item that was discussed
Okay,
in
is
closed
everyone
session.
seeing the item? If you all will please vote from your devices, please.
So mine didn't come up, was it because I had already voted, Ms. Allen?
Secretary Morris, let's try it one more time, please.
That. I think that's it, thank you. Sir, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, I just tried, are you able to see the motion?
Okay, so you need us to revote.
Yes.
Okay, board, if you please revote from your devices.
Okay.
I didn't see it. It's fine.
Okay, Madam President, in regards to accept the termination of Armand Allen effective today, Thursday, March 26, 2026, we have five that have voted yes. We have one, Secretary Morris, that have voted no. Trustee Darrell Cluis have abstained. Motion carried. Motion carried.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, well, we have one other item that we need to do, which is a motion in reference to the discussion of the sheriff's sale for real property. Is there a motion?
Madam President,
Ms. Nichols?
I would like to make a motion that yes, we want to proceed with the sheriff's sale, and no, we are not willing to have the property struck off to us.
Second.
Okay, have a motion by Ms. Nichols that yes, we want to proceed with the sheriff's sale, and no, we do not want the property struck off. A second by Mr. Smith. If you all will please vote from your devices. Ms. Allen, it hadn't appeared yet.
Thank you very kindly. Give me just one moment, please. Thank you very kindly again for your patience. Madam President, I believe in regards to the sheriff's sale, there was a motion made by Vice President Queenie Nichols and seconded by Trustee Kendall Smith.
Correct.
You may now check your devices. Thank you, Madam President. On behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees that's associated with the sheriff's sale of real property, motion carried unanimously. Motion was made by Vice President Queenie Nichols, seconded by Trustee Kendall Smith.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, at this time, we're going to move on to opening ceremonies. Dr. Pereira?
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Kimberly Simpson to present that information to our board and our community. Ms. Simpson, the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Good evening, Board President Hamilton, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Pereira. I will now ask you all to stand so we can do the U.S. and Texas pledges. Please stand and place your right hand over your heart and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Okay. Dr. Pereira, do we have any citizen communications?
Madam President, to my knowledge, we do not have any at this time.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll now move on to recognitions and commendations. Dr. Pereira?
Thank you, Madam President. Again, I'll have Ms. Kimberly Simpson present that information to our board and our community. Ms. Simpson, the floor is yours whenever you're ready, Madam.
Thank you, President Hamilton, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Pereira. I'm excited tonight for our board acknowledgments and recognitions because we're going to have a special group of students join us this evening. But first, I'm going to start off with our March recognition days. Throughout the month, Lancaster ISD recognized and celebrated the power of reading, the Day of Independence in Texas, as well as the essential roles played by our educational diagnosticians and our maintenance workers. And we've been busy in Lancaster ISD. We received a visit from the Texas Education Agency on March 23rd to observe the district's implementation of Bluebonnet K-5 math. As a selected model district, Lancaster ISD welcomed TEA representatives to Rolling Hills Elementary and Beltline Elementary for campus learning walks that highlighted its intentional focus on strengthening Tier 1 instruction and targeted interventions. During the visit, TEA representatives observed classroom instruction, engaged in meaningful debrief conversations with instructional leaders, and reviewed the systems in place to support student achievement. And libraries have always been gateways to imagination, where a single book can transport readers to new worlds. Now, students at Houston Elementary, Lancaster, and Pleasant Run Elementary have a new way to step into their world with the unveiling of book vending machines made possible by our community partners at Miss Energy and To You From Us. And our student athletes have been on a winning streak. Right before spring break, Lancaster ISD hosted a Special Olympics basketball game between Lancaster High School and Duncanville High School. Let's just say the Tigers were down, but that Tiger energy pushed them to the win. It was an exciting ending to a very close game, which the Tigers won 27-24. And just so you know, our next Special Olympics event will be the annual track meet on Tuesday, March 31st. And that same energy that was at the basketball game flowed right into spring break for the Lancaster Ladies Hiker Track Team. Tatiana Fuller, Lily Perot, Milan Lathan, and Sanaya Miller. You must remember those names. These ladies are now the national record holders in the high school 4x100 meter relay, not just in Texas, but in the nation. And they did not just break a record, they beat their own time from last year with a blazing 43.77. Now, if you don't know anything about track and field, that is rolling, all right? So these young women are elite. This is not just fast, this is the standard in Lancaster ISD. And we are wishing them the best as they continue on. District is gonna start in a couple of weeks, and we feel like they are ready. So we hope to see them at the state meet doing what they do. So let's clap it up for those ladies. Or you will see them in person in May. And some upcoming events and general information, we have the Transition and Community Resource Fair taking place this Saturday, March 28th from 9 a.m. to noon at Lancaster High School. This event is designed to connect our students and families with valuable resources as they plan for life after high school. Attendees will have access to information on employment services, college opportunities, healthcare options, funding sources, and long-term support programs. This event will also feature a car show, food trucks, and community vendors. I can't believe it's almost April, but we are here. So that means early childhood enrollment is opening on April 1st. Parents interested in their students attending Lancaster ISD for pre-K3, pre-K4, or kindergarten should register on April 1st. We will also host two parent informational meetings on April 30th at West Main Elementary and May 7th at Beltline Elementary. And the Lancaster High School Tiger Band will perform the national anthem at the Allen Americans hockey game on April 2nd. You can purchase tickets to the game from our website. Doors open at 9 a.m. and the game begins at 10 a.m. And yesterday, the Lancaster ISD Human Resources Department hosted an ACE job fair at Lancaster Middle School. More than 60 candidates registered to attend, all focused on highlighting and recruiting highly qualified certified teachers. Attendees participated in a speed dating style screening process, allowing campus leaders to quickly identify strong candidates. As a result, Dr. Ruffin Brown at Lancaster Middle School left the event with more than 30 qualified candidates who are now scheduled for interviews next week. Yes, we can clap that up for sure. Now, while the ACE job fair was targeted specifically for Lancaster Middle School, the district will host a district-wide job fair on Saturday, April 11th from 9 a.m. to noon. This is a great opportunity for talented professionals to connect with our campuses and join the winning team. And as a friendly reminder, in observance of Good Friday and the holiday weekend, Lancaster ISD offices and campuses will be closed April 3rd and April 6th, and we will welcome staff and students back to school on Tuesday, April 7th. And board, at this time, if you could join me on the floor for our special recognitions. So we're going to turn the energy up in Lancaster ISD during this board meeting because we have our students coming. We are going to celebrate our winter sports teams. They are all here this evening, and we have a lot to celebrate because it's our Lancaster ISD students, and they have been doing great all season. So first up, we're going to start some music. We're going to welcome up our Lancaster High School girls soccer team. Come on down, LHS Soccer. This season, our Lady Tiger soccer team demonstrated a high level of commitment. Their dedication was evident in every drill, every sprint, every game. Congratulations to the following seniors for embodying the true meaning of being a student athlete. We have several students who have made exciting post-secondary plans. So young ladies, when I call your name, just raise your hand so they know who we're talking about. Our senior, Sydney Hilliard, she's attending Prairie View University on a full ride. And she was also All-District Defensive Player of the Year nominee. Jasmine Ramirez, she is attending Texas Women's University to pursue a degree in nursing. She has a full ride. Asia Hinton is attending Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College pursuing a degree in nursing. Phoebe Sanchez taking classes at the Dental Institute while interning at Citrus Smiles Dental Studio. Samantha Perez is taking her PCT exam in a few weeks. Good luck. So she'll graduate a certified patient care technician. And she plans on becoming a sonographer, so good job. Denise Mosqueda, she is utilizing her advanced arts techniques and talents to become a tattoo apprentice and a piercer. Congratulations. Lady Tigers, we are so proud of you all on a good season. We wish you all the best in your endeavors, and for the returning ones, we wish you the best as well as you continue on the soccer team. Thank you to our coaches, and thank you all for being here. Let's clap it up for the soccer team. Right here, throw your L's up. We're going to get a nice picture of you guys. All right, you can exit this way, ladies. Thank you, and good job. Next up, our Lancaster High School boys soccer. Tonight, we're going to recognize the dedication and hard work of our soccer team. While the season had its challenges, these athletes gave their all on the field. We're going to talk about some of the team awards that we have right here. Golden Boot and Team MVP, raise your hand. Jorge Huerta with 7 goals. Not here? Okay, we're still going to clap it up for Jorge. Most improved offensive player, Romero Alonso. Most improved defender, Martin Ocampo and Jason Corte. Most improved goalkeeper, David Mirajes. Best utility player, Carlos Tolentino. Defensive player of the year, Ashton Bennett. Hustle award of the year, Oscar Ruiz and Leon Mata. And most fun player, Joel Nunez, Dexter Hernandez, and Aiden Gonzalez. And leadership and communication, Jose Padron. So again, congratulations to you all. We love the fact that you're representing Lancaster High School every single day in the best way. Thank you to our coaches. Let's give it up for our soccer team. Throw your L up with your right hand. All right, congratulations and good seeing you guys. Next up, our Lancaster High School boys basketball team. All right, boy, we want to recognize the Lancaster High School varsity basketball team on their season. The Tigers ended their season with a 22-12 record, while second in district, 11-6A. The running Tigers were 6A Division II regional semifinalists. Congratulations to Vincent Green, DeMontrell Bussey, and Colin Douglas for being named first team All-District. Also, William Landrum, Jacob Walker, and Everett Jordan were named second team All-District. We are proud to share that our entire varsity basketball team was named on the All-Academic team. Y'all can get a little louder than that. They're student athletes, All-Academic team. The entire team. So congratulations, you guys. Now, Board, you might have to get on a stair step or something. Board might have to come to the front. Can you see that? Boy, we can't see you, so we are going to ask you to come in front. Please come in front. Find a window. All righty. But we love the height, don't get me wrong. All right, thank you guys. Next up, let's bring in our high school wrestling team. The boys and girls wrestling team had an outstanding year. The Webo wrestling team had several podium victories throughout the season. Diane Wheaton, Leah Lumpkin, and Josh Johnson, we want to thank you and congratulate you on your top performances at district. And we also want to congratulate the Lady Tiger wrestling team for representing Lancaster High School well on and off of the mat. I was getting ready to say field, but y'all are on the mat. And you know, I'm going to say, Victoria, come on to the middle. Come on to the middle. Now, to the wrestling team, we are extremely proud of you all, but we are just so proud of Miss Victoria Brown. We want to celebrate you this evening. You are the most decorated female wrestler in Lancaster High School history. Victoria, let me brag on you a little bit. She is a district champion. She is the 2-time regional qualifier, and she was the state runner-up in Class 6A this year. Now, Victoria wrestles in the 170-pound weight class where she was undefeated, except to one opponent, but that's okay. We gonna get it the next time, okay? Her record this season was 27-2, and she won several wrestling tournament championships this year. Victoria is only a junior, and we look forward to her coming back to represent Reba on the mat next year. Now look, she has her pretty heels on today, but don't let that fool you. We know you get busy on the mat. We are so proud of you and the whole wrestling team. Let's stand on our feet and cheer up for Victoria Brown and the wrestling team. Elves up with your right hand. Let's take a picture. Everybody, elves up with your right hand. Let's do a good job. Jackson isn't here. We're going to do a good job for Victoria. 1, 2, 3. Good job, good job. Good job, good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job. Thank you to Coach Sands and the coaching staff. All right, up next, stand on your feet to welcome our Lancaster Lady Tiger basketball team. All right, you guys can come on down. I know they're draping the board. All right, now, unless you have been under a rock, there is absolutely no way that you do not know that our Lancaster Lady Tigers are the 2026 URL 6A Division II state champions. So please allow me to read off their long list of season accolades because that's how we do in the L. All right. So first and foremost, they won the Cap Rock Classic Chick-fil-A. They were the champions for that. 1,000 point scores, Monique Phoenix, raise your hand. Journey Hampton, Ariana Davis. First 100 point game in program history. They had that this year. Then they went on to have 3 100 point games this year, which is a program record. 27 points off the bench, Miss Ariana Davis. District 11 6A champs, they were 13-1. 33 wins, the most in program history. They defeated the number 25, the number 7, and the number 1 team in the state. Our co-district MVP, Journey Hampton. Offensive Player of the Year, Mackenzie White. Defensive Player of the Year, Monique Phoenix. Sixth Man of the Year, Ariana Davis. 6 first team All Districts, I don't have all their names, but raise your hand if that was you. Okay, all right, all right. We have our second team all district. If that was you, raise your hand. Second team all district, all right. And we had one honorable mention, raise your hand, whoever that was. Clap it up, clap it up. And then we had 3 all-state players. I don't have your name, but raise your hand if that was you, if you were all-state. Perfect, perfect. And then our all-state MVP was Miss Mackenzie White. And the entire team was named to the District 11-6A All-Academic Team. And Coach Howard was named the Dallas Morning News 2025-2026 All-Area Girls Basketball Coach of the Year. And then we 17-plus point average margin of victory. That means they were beating people by 17 plus. All right. Number 22 Sports Center ranking. Max Prep. Yep. Max Prep honorable mention national. That is the national ranking. Number 25 Sports Illustrated ranking. Number 1 in Texas by Max Preps. First state championship in program history. So definitely want to shout out Journey also because she was also named, she received all area honors as well on the first team today. I saw it today. And then Coach Howard was also named the all area coach of the year as well. So this week, it's truly been, I call it the state championship tour. It's been a week of celebration for the team. We hope that you all have felt the love from your district and community. On Monday, the city of Lancaster presented the team with a proclamation and designated March 23rd as Lancaster Ladies Tiger Basketball Day. On Tuesday, the team traveled to K104, the radio state studios, and they were the featured evening guest. And last night, we turned up for y'all. We hosted a hometown celebration for the ladies like only Lancaster ISD could. Texas State Representative Aisha Davis presented the team with a resolution from the state of Texas. Our board members were there. The city council was there. Elected officials were there. The community members, vendors, students, staffs, and parents were there. And we had a blast celebrating all of you. We hope that you enjoyed yourself because I enjoyed planning it and we enjoyed being there. And at this time, Coach Howard, I'm going to turn it over to you if you want to give some words to the community right now. Bam. You can stand over, stand right
I can stay over there? Okay, good. This has been an amazing season, but more so, it's just been great to do it the first time here at Lancaster because the support here is amazing. And then just the way they have celebrated us and made sure that we felt like state champions. We appreciate you all for that. We thank y'all for the continued support, and we hope to do it back to back.
All right, so we're going to get a picture. This is going to be a historic picture. This is the one where y'all are here at the board meeting for the first time, and my goal is to be able to frame this and say, this was the first one. And I can let you know, being on the first one, it's something about it. I know a little something about it, all right? Yeah. Hey.
One more thing. A lot of times we get to give accolades, and a lot of accolades come to us, but we want to make sure we shout out Miss Jed and Miss Tippett because they support these girls the way that they're supposed to. And they support for us coaches, too, even when we knucklehead. Oh, Miss Murray. Oh, look, they want me to make sure Miss Murray. Oh, that's my girl, Miss Murray. Mr. Russ, Mr. Russ with Coach McKinney. I see you in the back. Hey, Reese, I see you.
All right. So, ladies, let's get together. Board members, let's find you a window because we got a little height on this team, too. Come on, principals, you're going to join us. Come on, Coach Brown. Jet said no, Coach Brown. No. Get up there. And throw your L up with your right hand. All right, let's clap it up for our state champions. Good job. 40 and 1, and y'all gave them that one. Y'all are that one. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Hey, thank you. Only for the best team. Thank y'all. All right, board. Well, I think that is the best way to conclude our board acknowledgments. You may return to your seat.
All right, that was an awesome celebration. Our students have definitely had some great achievements this year, and we look forward to it continuing next year. So at this time, we're going to move on to the conservators report. The TEA conservators report concerning roles and responsibilities of trustees. Dr. Francois is online. Dr. Francois, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Board President Hamilton, trustees, and Dr. Pereira. The January report, as you recall, the agency had not approved the January, February reports, but you should have in your board packet the January report, and I believe also, Ms. Allen, I'm not sure, but I think the February report. But I just want to say this, the needle has not moved very much on anything, either for January or February, but I do want to say this, come March, I will be happy to report that one area that had been a sticking point for the board, and that was GPM 2.2 in basically being almost a year overdue in doing the LSG quarterly board tracker instrument. However, you have completed that, and I'm happy to let you know that I'll be able to report that even though it was not done in January or February. Other than that, the report remains pretty much the same. Again, you all know that one of the areas that I am always, I guess, excited about when I see board members do this, and that is you're taking advantage of the training opportunities that are there. And this month and last, one of the things that you all were able to do is to work with Dr. Lloyd and complete your one-on-one conversations and coaching sessions with her. And to me, that's part of, again, board growth, board training and development, and so I give you kudos for that. Again, though, next month you'll see that I will report about your being able to check off another area that has been outstanding. So that completes my report. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Francois. Any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, thank you. Okay, we'll now move on to the superintendent's report, the campus highlights. 9.1 is J.D. Hall Learning Center. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Mr. Daniel Hernandez, principal of J.D. Hall, share that information with our board and our community. Mr. Hernandez, the floor is yours, sir, whenever you are ready.
Each and every day put forth a great effort and make sure our kids are safe, get all the educational experiences possible, and continue to grow social emotionally as well. Our campus is a very fluid campus. The students are there for a specific time period, And thus with that, I just wanted to present some demographics. Currently, we have 25 students, with 2 coming up, and to the year about 65, 67 students totally enrolled. Average placement days are about 30 right now, but we do have some kids that are a bit longer. And we only have about 2 students that have returned back to the school year. So I highlighted that because that's something we've been working on for our CIP from the previous school year, lower that recidivism rate as much as possible. This is my wonderful team. We have 6 great, phenomenal teachers, 5 that are fully certified. 1 is through the LISD Alternative Certification Program, and he's finishing that up. And so we are celebrating one of our college days, college shirt days on Wednesday. So we try to celebrate everything that every other school does as well. So data points, we do study a lot of data, not just behavioral data. We do study a lot of wonderful MAPS data. I want to thank Principal Jed and Ms. Bell for their support in lending me some of this data so we can discuss it. So I was told that I borrowed something from Dr. Jackson. Our students are devouring that diamond. The diamond is where the projected outcomes are supposed to be at, but as you can tell, our students for MAPS lab reading and math from grades 1st to 12th just meet and exceed and devour that diamond each and every time. So congratulations to all the wonderful staff behind me, all the principals, and all the students that come to my campus at some point in time for some reasons. Here's 9 through 12, same thing. Students continuously devouring that diamond and making sure they're meeting and exceeding each and every point for MAPS data. This is MAPS data, guys, so that's why it looks very familiar from other presentations as well. So now this is more specific data to our campus. We do use Review 360 as a main data point. So this year, because of the type of campus we're at and making sure, I wanted to focus on other administrative actions, not just in-school suspensions and out-of-school suspensions. Wanted to focus on making sure to include parent a little bit more, give them some warnings, give me some different removal of privileges with regards to what they have access to. And hopefully that's been working out. We've been having students complete their placement days within a good range. And as you can see, we haven't had the need to have many in-school suspensions or out-of-school suspensions. That graph on the bottom left-hand side discusses the amount of kids that have had to have that particular option. I don't like using it. It's a last resort, but sometimes should it be needed, we do go to that one. The report on the bottom right-hand side is the ones by grade levels. For the most part, it's surely because of numbers. It's not necessarily because one group is a different group than the other, but it's surely because of numbers currently on campus. Culture and attendance, we want to try to make sure the teachers are there as much as humanly possible. The kids get very used to their type of instruction, their type of learning, their type of receiving them and giving them away in dismissal. So we try to work on making sure that they're very comfortable there. I want to send a shout out to Dr. Pereira for coming and giving that wonderful roar out to my 2 teachers. That really, really boosted a lot of their support and recognition of that. So thank you, Dr. Pereira, for that. We do have themed events as a campus. We have some of our teachers. In this case, the middle picture you see, we have the 12 days of Christmas. One of our teachers organized that. The whole calendar, whole advent calendar for all of us. Everyone participated. It really boosted everyone's spirits, and it carried over to the students. It was a very calm December for us. And of course, the PLC work, we mirror that also with what other campuses are doing, making sure that we're focusing on the instructional and the operational. Tuesdays and Thursdays, each and every day, we have agendas. We have, as you can see one of the pictures, we meet in the museum, and we talk about the current status of instruction for the campus. 5-Minute Fridays is a small 5-minute meeting I have every Friday with the faculty and staff. I have one of the teachers put Siri on for 5 minutes to make sure to keep me in check. And then we talk about what's happening in the coming week, what happened, and we just kind of reflect on the week and see what we can do better and we can, focus on for the coming weeks and so forth. We try to do as much campus fellowship. I know I put on their barbecues. I didn't put a picture this time, but we try to celebrate them that ways as well and making sure that we have connections at all times, talking about personal, private awards and accomplishments, so that way we all know we're human and sometimes we want to share out some things that are happening with one another. And lastly, we check in off a lot of times with students, so making sure that there's something that they know they can reach out to. This year, with regards to parenting, community, and business, Board Goal 4, we had our first annual Title I meeting. We had parents come on campus, very similar to that of the elementary and the secondary. It was very similar in the afternoon from 3:30 to 4:30, 5:30 sometimes the parents came. They walked the campus, they talked to all the teachers and got to meet the teachers' students, so that way they know also what the students are doing and what they're doing throughout the day. We proactively engaged, the teachers proactively engaged the parents all day long, all week long, and while they're on campus. We pride ourselves in excellent customer service from bell to bell, and we want to make sure we continue building those community partners. My student advisor reached out to some of the town square vendors. We had Bobalicious give out some attendance incentives for students, and then Cane's Restaurants, BJ Restaurant also gave out some incentives for the students to make sure they come each and every day. Business partners, we have the similar ones from last year. We had a guest speaker series. Dallas County Votes came out, brought one of their sample machines, taught the high school students what to look forward to when it comes to voting. The actual machine, they actually voted on pseudo ballots and making sure that they know what to get ready for when they start that process. The wonderful mayors of Lancaster came, Mr. Harrison, and then the mayor from Glen Heights supported our students in wonderful conversations about what it is to be a mayor on a day-to-day basis, as well as college professors. And they come and talk to students about what college life is. We had 2 visits to the African American Museum that students really opened their eyes as to what culture is, outside of our campus, as well as museums such as that. And then the visit that we like the most as a campus is the Lancaster city manager. She comes with a lot of information, and students' eyes really open up. One of the things she always has been giving the students is a map of Lancaster. They have really no idea except for their street and where their school is at. When they get that map, we hear a lot of kids go home and put it up on their board, so that way they know what Lancaster is about. So I really appreciate that from the city manager. All these are in efforts to make sure that we support faculty, staff, and students each and every day that they're on campus. A glow I'd like to give so far for this school year is we have strong collaboration with all the campuses. Ms. Jed and her team, Mr. Russ and Principal Russ and his team, and Dr. O'Caffer are just some few that I can think of right now. Very communicative with myself and my staff, making sure their students are doing well each and every day, checking up on them, making sure they're doing what they need to do. Thank you for that. We have continued implementation of social emotional programs, digital and in person for students, to make sure that they have better learning choices when they return back to their home campuses. We use things such as Centervention and Everfi, as well as we do it for the culture. Dr. Matthews and her team came right before spring break, visited all the classrooms, and saw how it's implemented. And the teachers are reading that feedback very well. We have strong staff communication and make sure that every transition, every day, every afternoon, they talk about the happenings on campus, so that way they stay aware and what to look forward for the next day. Some grows, we want to make sure recidivism continues to be low. We want to ensure that not many students return to our campus. This year, right now, we only have 2 that have returned, and we want to keep that number down. It's down from 4 from last time, this time around, so we're cutting it by 50% thus far. So we're trying to make sure that that's a grow that we continue focusing on. Gracias.
Okay, thank you so much. Any questions, comments from the board? Mr. Cluis?
Mr. Hernandez, it's like clockwork. Each year, Mr. Slater reaches out and extends an opportunity for me to come speak to the students. And so it is a good opportunity to share that why and to engage with the students. And thank you.
Thank you for coming, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we'll now move on to finance, 9.2, January 2026 financial report. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Shaw Mosley to share that information with our board and our community. Ms. Shaw Mosley, the floor is yours whenever you are ready.
Okay. Good afternoon, Board President, board members, and Dr. Pereira. This evening, I'm presenting the January 2026 financial report. A full version of the report is in diligent for your viewing. The first slide represents the tax collections for January 2026. The net collections paid to the entity is $35,780,855.81. The second slide is a representation of the income statement for general fund. The top represents the tax collection, the local revenue, the TEA payments is all the revenue we get in for the district for the general fund. And the bottom represents all the expenditures for the general fund, Fund 199. The next slide represents the revenues, collect the top 10 revenue drivers, and the top 2 being the taxes and then the formula funding payments we receive from TEA. The next slide represents the top 10 expenditure drivers. Instruction is number 1, plant and maintenance and operations is number 2, as it should be. The next slide represents an income statement for food service. The top represents the funds we receive for serving the meals from the students, for the claimed meals from the federal government. And then the second section is the expenditures. Majority of the expenditures are for the third-party payments to the vendor, SFE. The next slide represents the debt service income statement. The top represents the funds we receive for taxes for the interest and sinking fund, and the bottom represents if we pay our debt payments. To date, as of January, we hadn't paid any because the first payment is made February, and then the second one is made in August. The next slide is the investment portfolio reconciliation. We have two pools, Lone Star and Tex Pool, and we have 4 accounts: general fund, debt service, little portion of capital projects, and child nutrition. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Any questions, comments? Ms. Morris?
I want to thank you so much for keeping our books up. Usually I would always ask, well, are our books balanced, or are we this? You've been with us so long, and what you have done in keeping us on task with our finances. Under our new administration with Dr. Pereira, I want to thank you for ensuring that we are safe and that we're moving forward with our dollars. With your leadership. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Madam President, I do have a minor one.
Mr. Smith?
Just for clarification, I think I'm reading a number here that says we've saved X amount of dollars since 2021. What's that number, ma'am?
I can go back to that.
Show it to
I want to make sure.
Since, what do I have on there? 2021. We have saved the taxpayers $22,294,050 by refunding and paying off debt for the district. Yes.
We want to clap on that one.
I just wanted to make sure I was reading it right. Thank you.
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, we'll move on to maintenance and operations. 9.3, operations update. Dr. Pereira?
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Dr. Kimbrough to give that information, or share that information with our board and our community. Dr. Kimbrough, as you make your way up, the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Good evening, Board President Hamilton, distinguished Board of Trustees, and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Pereira. I bring to you tonight our updates during the March board meeting. Of course, we did projects over spring break. One of those projects was still looking at areas that carpet needs to be updated. The carpet in this building on the second floor and part of the first floor is over 30 years old, so we did replace that carpet. And you can see at the top pictures the new carpet that was installed upstairs. Also, plumbing. This last month we have had plumbing issues. Rolling Hills, Rosa Parks, the Seek, and also add the high school to that list from earlier this week. Rosa Parks, Rolling Hills was the big one because those pipes, of course, they're just like Beltline pipes. They're 50 years old. So when we try to clean them, they collapse, and then we have to get somebody to tunnel under the building. You can have a look at the pipes that run the Rolling Hills, but we were able to get that corrected over spring break and get those students back in those classrooms. Also, our fire extinguishers, 132 of our fire extinguishers were out of date or going out of date, so we did have those replaced over spring break. Repairs to PRE restroom, the boys' restroom, on the top and bottom floor, we needed to repair those floors, so we just tore those floors out and put water-resistant liners around the wall. We added extra light in the campuses. Beltline Elementaries and other campuses had dark spot, so we did take the spring break, the electricians, to add lighting, and that's in that second top picture, those top pictures. We replaced the HVAC in the admin building, repaired the concrete at LMS. If you look down at the bottom picture by the flagpole, it was struck by lightning the last storm we had, and we did get the concrete repair out to get that repaired in the front. We also, for athletics, they requested that we move the weights from BAMO to the indoor facility, and we were able to get those weights in. If you look to the second picture from the bottom left, you will see the weights. And also, we have set up for the Greg Williams track meet, and also does celebration for our championship Lady Tigers, the hometown celebration. So our crew is always busy, and I just want to take this time to highlight as much work as they get done for us in a short amount of time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Any questions or comments?
Madam President, I do have a
Ms. Nichols?
Sure, thank you. I want to thank you for your team, for all the work that you do. Of course, all of you guys do a great job, but I know, I had an opportunity to visit the campus with Dr. Pereira, and I appreciate all of the things that your team do. You all have a big responsibility in making sure that our facilities are safe, clean, and up to par. So thank you for your leadership and your team.
Yeah,
thank
you.
you.
Great job. Thank you, Trustee.
Okay, Ms. Morris?
Thank you. I too want to echo what Trustee Nichols said. You all do things that everybody don't see every day. But the most important thing that you keep our schools and our buildings safe and definitely conducive for learning and the environment. So thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Morris.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, we'll now move to the adoption of the consent agenda. 10.1 is approval of the following minutes: February 11th, 2026, work session and governance workshop. Number 2, February 26th, 2026, regular board meeting. 10.2, consider approval of budget amendment for general operating funds. 10.3, consider approval of 2026-2027 independent school district academic calendar. 10.4, consider approval of 2026-2027 instructional material adoption. 10.5, consider approval of Lancaster ISD certification of provision of instructional material survey. Board, I've read you the adoption of the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
Madam President,
Ms. Morris?
I make a motion that we approve the adoption of the consent agenda as read.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Morris. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Morris to approve the consent agenda as presented, a second by Mr. Cluis. Board, if you'll please vote from your devices.
Trustee Cluis, whenever you're ready.
I don't have anything, but I'll tell you yes.
Thank you, Madam President. On behalf of Trustee Taji Jones, he had to leave it is noted for the record, at 7:51 p.m. So in regards to the approval of the consent agenda as presented, motion carried unanimously.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll now move on to board matters. 11.1 is review of the Long Star Governance Board Time Use Tracker for February 26, 2026. And Ms. Nichols will do that for us.
Sure, thank you so much. So this time use tracker is based, we track it to identify student outcome, where we're having our focuses on the student outcome during the meeting. So this is a different type of tracker. We talked about it a little bit last month, but we focus on that, okay? So based on the performance of that, we were at 70% of student outcome and 70% of student focus. So we did a really good job in improving that. So as we go along with our discussions, we'll continue to focus on the student outcomes and maintain the time appropriately. So great job, team, board, team of 8, because we all work for that. So that's the purpose of the student outcome tracker, time use tracker. So we met our expectations there, and we'll continue to improve. So thank you. Any questions? Nope, everyone should have a copy of it.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll move on to 11.2, consideration of the Lancaster Independent School Board to approve the Texas Association of School Board TASB resolution to nominate Dr. A. Catrice Pereira, the Superintendent of Schools, for the 2026 Superintendent of the Year Award. Board, there is a resolution that was in your diligent packet, And for the communications team and to start the application, we will need to approve a resolution for them to move forward. This is an action item. Is there a motion?
Madam President,
Ms. Morris?
I so move that we approve the nomination for Dr. A.K. Pereira for Superintendent of Schools for the 2026 Superintendent of the Year Award. And it is the brochure and the resolution, or we just need to do the resolution now?
The resolution.
Okay.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Morris. Is there a second?
Madam President, I'll second.
Okay, have a second by Ms. Nichols. So we have a motion by Ms. Morris to nominate Dr. Pereira as Superintendent of Schools for the 2026 Superintendent of the Year, and a second by Ms. Nichols. If you all will please vote from your devices.
Trustee Cortez, whenever you're ready. On behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, to approve the Texas Association of School Boards resolution to nominate Dr. A. Catrice Pereira for the Superintendent of Schools for the 2026 Superintendent of the Year Award. The motion was made by Secretary Morris, seconded by Vice President Nichols. We have 5 that have voted yes, and we have 1 Trustee Cortez who have abstained. Motion carried.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Allen. And for the record, the resolution reads Texas Association of School Board Superintendent of the Year, the Lancaster Independent School Board, on this date, March 26, 2026, resolved to nominate Dr. Catrice Pereira, Superintendent of Schools, for her exemplary and visionary leadership toward improving school performance in our schools. This is to be signed by the Board President. All right.
Congratulations, Dr. Pereira.
Madam President, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to thank the board for the vote of confidence on this scenario. This is not an award that I've sought and seek. However, I appreciate the nomination on this. But it goes without, I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to recognize my team, and especially my deputy superintendent, who actually leads a lot of this instructional work on our behalf to make sure that our kids are getting what they need. Where I can't be, she is, and I appreciate that, as well as my cabinet, who take on a lot of responsibilities as well. I am truly blessed, again, not just here, but everywhere I've been. I think I've been able to work with some stellar educators who really have at heart the hard work to do what's right for kids. It's the reason that, that we are making the progress that we are, and we have individuals, not individuals, but agencies such as TEA coming to see what we are doing on behalf of our students. And of course, on Monday when they were here, I was peacock proud, but knowing that, that work was on the backs of the instructional leaders in our district, as well as our building leaders who are the lead learners in their buildings. So thank you all for that, again, for that vote of confidence. And I'm certainly humbled by the recognition, but certainly do not ask for these things. But I know that it is because of those who I work with. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Pereira. Okay, now we'll move on to 11.3, discussion and possible board action concerning modifications to the board operating procedures concerning superintendent evaluation process. Board, we've had a draft in our diligent for as there was a request for a process for the superintendent's evaluation. Does anyone have any modifications they'd like to discuss? Because we'd like to add this section to the board operating procedures.
Point of information.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Am I misreading this, or is Article 8 evaluation of the board, not evaluation of the superintendent.
No, it's under the superintendent evaluation part of the operating procedures. And this should be in your diligent from this month as well as last month, because we postponed it.
Roger that. Thank you.
Okay, board, this is an action item. Are there any modifications, concerns? One concern that Mr. Jones did send back after he left us was the, us setting goals in April. He felt like it would be challenging. Dr. Ferrer, do you have any context on that for us setting goals? Because we want to ensure that we have time to set those so that you all can work toward the goals during the summer preparation for next school year.
When you say goals, you did the four general general goals that you have set for the district, which include instruction, finance, et cetera. And those are all what I think we may need to look at, if that's the case with the board, are the strategies we utilize. But again, it's your privy of the board if you want to change any of those four that we have. But I think you have goals that cover everything. And we can look at the strategies, and I know we review those with you all quarterly as to where you want to go and what you want to do. So I'm not sure if that helps you or not, President Hamilton, but the goals I think that you have those on student learning, you have it on the socio-emotional support and safety of our kids, you have one on the financial piece, and you have one on, building partnerships within our community. And those are the four areas major areas in a school district that you're looking to progress in. The strategies, as you see posted on our continuous improvement plan, and Dr. Barker and her team leads that work. Those are the strategies. So if there are some things that are needing to be tweaked, do know that we bring those to you guys quarterly for that reason. I guess I'm not understanding the need for tweaks and goals, but again, I'll follow your lead as the board president and the board to know which way you want to go with that. So I would ask that we really look at the strategies that we have. I don't know of another area that we would need to make as a goal, but maybe I'm too close to it to know. So you tell me.
All right, thank you. What we'll do is we'll put that on the agenda for the work session, and we can discuss that portion at that time. Ms. Morris?
Thank you, Madam President. I would say that I would like to suggest to the board to consider, because the four goals are the high priority. That is what we are here to base student first, student focus. But I do think that we should have a goal 5, and that goal 5 is for the board, because I think that we need to come together collectively to say what part and where are we going to be around this wall, individuals as we sit in our individual positions as a team of 8 here representing the district. So I would like very much to consider that to be discussed and much looked at our goals.
Okay. I just meant we'll definitely make sure that's on the agenda for the work session. Okay. Any other modifications or comments about the verbiage that's going to be added to the board operating procedures so we have an evaluation process so everybody is abreast to how the evaluation will run next year?
Yeah. Madam President.
Ms. Nichols.
Section D. I'm wondering if we can replace calendar year to academic school year.
Mr. Helen, is there any discrepancy with that, or is there a reason for the verbiage?
The reason why I use calendar year is that given the rest of that process, you culminate your evaluation in January. So it's for the year. You straddle, given your evaluation calendar, you're straddling years. So it's a better fit to have a calendar year than it is to have an academic year, because if you do it in January and it's that academic year, you're only doing half the year.
Okay. All right, my next question in reference to removing superintendent-led review language, board should control the evaluation process. I think you have something within there, is that as well in section D?
I don't have the language in front of me.
That's okay. That's just an area that we need to look at. Yeah, I guess.
Pardon me?
We need to agree on it because we're trying to vote on this tonight. So what section is it?
I don't have that up on my computer, so.
That's okay. Yeah, he can hear this. That's okay. I don't know where it is.
Now, what section were you talking about?
It's in section D. I gotta go and find it. So, let me
Thank
just
you.
go through here. You can just ignore that. Must occur in closed session.
What section were you talking about?
I think it's 5, section D under 5.
Section B?
Yes.
As in boy? The reason why that is written the way that it is that Section B is nothing more or less than a recitation of the language that is in the superintendent's contract.
Mr. O'Hanlon, are you saying B as in boy or?
B as in boy, is that what she said?
D is in David.
David, yeah, on that
Number
second.
5. D5.
D5. Yes. What was the question?
Okay. Should we remove the language where you have superintendent-led review language? You have the language in there as it, and maybe change it to where it says board should control evaluation process?
The reason why that's there is that there is a provision in the superintendent's contract that the board has agreed on.
I'm just asking my questions.
No, and the reason why that's written that way is
Well, I
that's
need
what
other
the
people to
contract says.
comment. I'm talking to you. Okay, so I apologize, Mr. O'Hana, but go ahead, sir. So it's in there because of a contract?
Yes.
So that's fine. That's all the clarification.
That's it, that's
needs is
it.
from you, not from everybody else. Thank you.
Well, it wasn't to offend you.
No.
Because I was just.
Ladies, we need
basically
point of
came out.
order here. Mr. O'Hanlon has addressed the question.
Thank you, Mr. O'Hana. Okay, my other one is, oh no, that's it. That's all I had right there. I don't know if anybody else has questions.
Anybody else have questions, comments? Ms. Morris?
I'm not,
Satisfied with the way this is worded for your contract?
Yes, ma'am. I reviewed it with Attorney O'Hanlon, and I am comfortable with the language because, again, a lot of it is directly from my contract. So,
Madam President,
Mr. Smith?
I motion that we accept the revision as proposed.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Smith to accept the revisions for the board operating procedure. Is there a second? Second. Have a second by Ms. Morris. So if you all will please vote from your devices to accept the modifications of the board operating procedures.
Madam President, whenever you're ready.
No, I'm sorry.
On behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, to accept modifications to the article associated with the board operating procedures concerning superintendent evaluation processes as proposed. Motion made by Trustee Kendall Smith, seconded by Secretary Carolyn Morris. Motion carried. I'm sorry, motion carried.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Allen. Okay, now we'll go to the reminders. 11.44, Joint City Council and ISD Board of Trustees readout workshop will be Monday, March 30th, 2026 at 6 p.m. That will be at the Lancaster Rec Center. 11.5, TCBSBM 2026 Education Summit, April 15th through 18th, 2026. 11.6, tour of the Opportunity Center at Forney ISD, April 23rd, 2026. Board, we've come to the end of our agenda. At this time, it is time for adjournment. All in favor of adjourning? Aye. We are adjourned. The time is 8:30 p.m. Thank you all and have a good night.
Record.